Hello everyone, this is me Aman Kumar and this is the new video in the course B2C programming. Hope you are enjoying the course. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get the notification whenever we post the video. This is our book relating to C and C++ programming, and in this video we will be discussing about for loop, and this is the part 1 video in the for loop. So here we begin. For loop is generally used when you know how many times you want to execute a statement or list of statements. Whenever we know that how many times we have to execute the code, we generally use for loop. For this reason, the for loop is known as definite loop. We also call for loop as definite loop. The syntax of for loop is bit more complex. The syntax of for loop is complex than the syntax of while loop, but it is oftenly used, it is convenient to use for loop as compared to while loop. For loop is mostly used looping control structure. The most used loop is for loop. There are 3 steps involving in for loop. What are the steps? First, the step is setting and loop counter to initial value. So we will have one counter value and set the initial value. Suppose we set the count is equal to 1. We set the value of counter is equal to 1. Now we will test the condition. Test the loop counter to determine whether its value has reached the number of repetition desired. Suppose we want to execute some block. Suppose this is a block we want to execute this block 5 times. Current the value of count is 1. Suppose the value of count is 0. Let's take the value of count is 0 and we want to execute this code till 5 times. So first of all, whenever we execute this block, we will increment this count. First of all, value of count is 0 and we have to execute this block 5 times, so count is 0. Whenever we execute this block, we will increment this value, so it will become 1. After, now we will check this value. Count is less than 5, yes. We will again execute this block and increment the value, so now value is 2. Similarly, we will again check this condition, 2 less than 5, yes. Again execute this block and increment this value, count is 3. Now again check this, 3 less than 5, yes. Execute this block and increment this value, we will get 4. 4 less than 5, yes. So again execute this block and increment to value to 5. So 5 less than equal to 5, yes. Again again evaluate this block and increment the value, so we will get 6. 6 less than 5, false. Means we have executed this block 5 times. Now we will come out of this block. So what we will do, we will have a test condition which will tell us how many times we have to execute the block or how many times we have to done the repetitions, increasing the value of a loop counter each time the program statement within the loop has been executed. So each time we will increment this counter variable so that we can come to know how many times we have executed the for loop. So what is the syntax for initialization? Here we will do initialization of counter variable. Here there is termination condition, means this condition will decide when we have to terminate the loop, and here increment or decrement will come. Increment means we have increase in value, decrement means decrease in value. Here increment or decrement will come, and this is the body of the loop. So this initialization will only work first time, only in the starting of the program, starting of the loop, this initialization will work. So see this flow diagram, how the control will work. First of all, we will declare this counter variable, means we will initialize this counter variable. First of all, this initialization will work. After initializing, so how the control is working, then condition is checked. After initialization, we will check the condition whether the condition is true. If the condition is true, so if the condition is true, what we will do, we will execute the conditional code. We will execute this conditional code. Now after executing the conditional code, we will execute increment counter. So we will execute now this statement, we will increment the counter variable. After incrementing the counter variable, we will again check the condition. After increment the counter variable, we will again check the condition. So if the condition is true, we will again execute this code. After executing this code, we will again increment the counter variable. After increment the counter variable, we will now again check this condition. We will check this termination condition. If again condition is true, we will follow the same process. So whenever the condition will become false, we will come out of the loop. we will come out of the, whenever the condition is false, we will come out of the loop, means we will come here, we will come out of the block. We will see one program, then you will better understand it. So this is a program, I will execute this program. So this is the program, now I will execute this program. So what is the output? 0 1 2 3 4 5 and welcome to Way2 iTech. Output is 0 1 2 3 4 5, welcome to Way2 iTech. So we will see this program. First of all, this is a for loop. We can declare a variable here also. Like either you can declare a variable here or you can declare a variable here also. If you have declared the counter variable here, simply you can initialize this counter variable here. Like you can either declare the variable outside the loop and use this in do initialization here, or you can declare variable here also, like count int I is equal to 0. Both these methods are right. So we have declared this counter variable and initialized it. The counter variable is initialized to 0. The termination condition is I less than equal to 5, means this loop will execute, this block will execute till the value of I is less than equal to 5, and every time we will execute the block, we will increment I by 1. Every time we will execute the block, we will increase value of I by 1. So first of all, how the control will execute? First of all, this initialization is done. After initialization, this condition is checked. I less than 5, 0 less than 5, so current value of I is 0. I will write here current value of I is 0. I less than 5, yes. Less than equal to 5, yes. Printf value of 5, print the value of 5, so we will get output as 0. Now increment, now the control will come here. Now increment value of I, so I will become 1. Now again check the condition, I less than equal to 5, yes. 1 less than equal to 5, yes. Come inside the loop. Now this statement will not execute. This statement will only execute first time. This initialization will be done only first time. After initialization, these two statements will only execute. So now this, after 1 less than equal to 5, yes, we will come inside the loop. Printf value of I, so 1 will be printed. Now again control will come here, 1 plus plus means I plus plus means increment value of I will become 2. 2 less than equal to 5, yes. Come inside the loop, print value of I means print 2. Similarly increment I will be 3. Similarly 4, 5. After 5, when I will become 6, after 5 when I will become 6, this condition will become false. 6 less than equal to 5, false, so we will come outside the loop. After this, the statement is welcome to Way2 iTech, so the output will be 0 1 2 3 4 5, and after 5 welcome to Way2 iTech. Hope you understand this program. If you haven't understand this program, please rewind the video and see it. You will understand the program. It is easy program. For loop will be used throughout the programming. It is a most important concept in the programming. The next program is to print even numbers from 1 to 100. We have to print even numbers from 1 to 100. So in this program only I will make some changes. So I have made the changes in the program, and here is the program. First of all, the for loop, for int I is equal to 1. We have to print the numbers from 1 to 100. So we will start value of I is equal to 1, and when we have to terminate till I less than equal to 100, means we have to execute this loop till I becomes 100, and every time we will increment I by 1. Every time we will increment I by 1. So first time I is 1 and 1 less than equal to 100, yes. Inside this we are checking that whether I is odd or even. So what we will do, we will divide I by 2 and check its remainder. So I percentage 2 means we are dividing I by 2 and checking its remainder and comparing it with 0. If we are getting remainder 0, means number is even. If after dividing a number by 2 we are getting remainder as 1, the number is odd. So here is 1 percentage 2 equal to 0, no. So because the remainder is 1, so this statement will not execute. Now I will become 2. Now I will become 2. 2 less than equal to 100, yes. We will come inside the loop. 2 percentage 2 equal to 0. After dividing 2 we are getting remainder 0, yes. Now print this value. So what will be printed? 2. Again value will be 3. 3 less than equal to 100, yeah, no, yes. So we will come inside the loop. 3 percentage 2 equal to 0, no. Remainder is not 0, so we will skip this printf statement. Now value will become 4. 4 less than equal to 100, yes. 4 percentage 2 equal to 0, yes. So print this value 4. again 5 6 7 8 till 100. This thing will happen, means we will getting even numbers from 1 to 100. After when the value will become 101, so this condition will be false. 101 I, so when the value is 101 less than equal to 100, no, so the condition is false, so we will come outside the loop. This loop will break its execution, so this get ch and return execute statements will execute and our program will stop its execution. So the output is 2 4 6 8 10 12. So all these are even numbers from 1 to 100. Similarly, you can print the odd numbers also from 1 to 100. We can also do this program in some other way, like you can start I from I is equal to 2, and every time you can increment I by 2. So you can also modify this program like here. You have to start the loop from 2, because we know that 2 is an even number, and till we have to execute till I less than equal to 100, and every time we will increment 2. So first of all, value of I is 2 less than equal to 100, yes, print 2. Now I plus equal to 2 means we have to increment 2 in I, so I will become 4. Now 4 less than equal to 100, yes, print 4. I plus equal to 2 means increment 2 in I, means 6. Similarly 8 10 12 so on, we will get even numbers from 1 to 100. So we are getting again even numbers from 1 to 100. This is the second method to do this program. The next program is write a program to find sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers. We have to find sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers. So this is the program. So here what here we will do, we will take a number, we will take a variable sum. First of all, we will declare a variable sum where we will store the value, we will store the result. So int sum is equal to 0. Now what we will do, we will start the loop from int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 100, I plus plus, means from starting from 1 we have go till 100, and every time we have to increment 1. So the initial value of sum is 0, initial value of sum is 0, and why we have initialized the sum variable to 0, we will see here. First of all, when the loop will execute for first time, int I is equal to 1 less than 100, yes, so sum is equal to sum plus I. Initial value of sum is, so what is happening, sum is equal to sum plus I. So if we are initializing the sum to 0, then here will be sum is equal to 0 plus 1, means 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. But if we haven't initialized this sum to any value, suppose you are writing sum is simply sum here, so what compiler will do, it will take any garbage value of sum here, because for first time sum is not having any value, so it will take some garbage value over here. Suppose it can take some any random value, like it may take 100 over here or 1000 over here, we don't know. So our program will give the wrong answer. That's why we need to initialize sum by 0, because first time we don't know the value of sum, and we will initialize by 0 so that compiler doesn't take some garbage value. That's why we are taking here sum is equal to 0. So current value will be sum is equal to 1. After this, now I will become 2 less than equal to 100, so sum is equal to sum plus I. Initial value of sum is 1, so current value will be 1 plus value of I. 1 plus value of I is 2, means sum is 3. Now again, now I will become 3, sum is 3 less than equal to 100, yes, we will come inside the loop. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Initial value of sum is this value, we will again add value of I. Value of I is 3, so again I will become 4 less than equal to 100, yes, sum is equal to sum plus I. Initial value of sum is this value, so we will add value of I. Value of I is 4 here, so on, and similarly value here will be 5 6 7 8 till 100. So we will get sum as sum is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till 100. That's this is the value we need to find. So after when the I will become 101, this loop will break and we will print the value of sum. Sum of number is percentage d, means we have to print the value of sum variable. So we will get output as, so this is the output. Sum of number is 5050. So we will take and some value, we will initialize it by 0. Every time we will add 1, 2, 3, 4 to this value, and we will get the sum at the end. The next program is write a program to find factorial of a number. We have to write a program to find factorial of a number. So this is the program. First of all, we will see what is the factorial. 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is the 5 factorial. Starting from the number, or starting from 1, we have to go till number and multiply this. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 is 5 factorial. So we will do this program. First of all, we are declaring the two variables. Int num, this is num is the number whose factorial is to be found, and fact is the result of the factorial. We are initializing fact by 1. In previous program we are initializing some variable by 0, but here we are initializing the value by 1. Why by 1? Because here we have to do the multiplication. In multiplication, if we are initializing by 1, so number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. So that's why we are initializing fact by 1. First of all, we are giving message to user enter any number. So we are using scanf to enter the value of number. After scanf, we will execute the logic of factorial and we will print the factorial. First of all, we will see the output. So we are asking any number, enter any number. So I entered 5. Factorial is 120. So this is the correct answer. So we will see how this is working. Starting from, suppose value of num is 5, means we have to find factorial of 5, means we have to do this 5 times. So we will execute this loop till I less than equal to num. Starting from 1, we have to go till num. This is the value of num. So I less than equal to num, and every time we will increment the value by 1. So what we are doing here, fact is equal to fact into I. For first time, value of fact is 1, so fact will be 1 into, and value of I is also 1. Fact is equal to fact into 1. So this will be a value. Now I will increment, I will become 2. So 2 less than equal to 5. Yes, we will come inside the loop. Fact is equal to fact into I. Current value of fact is this. So we have to multiply it by I, means we have to multiply it by 2. Now again value of I will increment. I will be 3. 3 less than equal to num. Yes. So we have to multiply fact by I, means fact by 3. So now fact value of fact is this, and we have to multiply by value of I. Value of I is now 3. Similarly, fact will I will become 4. We will multiply this by 4. Then I will become 5. We will multiply this by 5. When I will become 6, this loop will terminate. This condition will be false, and this loop will terminate. So we are having the value in fact variable, so we have to print the value of fact. Factorial of a number is, we will print the value of fact variable. So this is the program. Hope you understand this program. Please rewind the video if you do not understand the program. It is very simple program. See the video again, you will understand this program. It is important to note that the initialization, testing and incrementation part of for loop can be replaced by any valid expression. We can replace that initialization part, testing part and incremental part of loop with any valid expression, with any mathematical expression. Thus the following loops are also perfectly okay. So these types of loops are also valid. Like we are writing I is equal to 10. We are only writing here I. We are not writing like I less than equal to 5 or something like that. We are only writing I, and here I minus minus. So this loop will execute till the value of I becomes 0. This loop will execute till the I becomes 0, because here some condition should be there. When the value of I is non-zero, means it is true. When I becomes 0, it becomes false. So it will execute till I becomes 0. Similarly here we are writing here I less than 4, and here j is equal to 5 and j is equal to 0. These are also valid expressions. Please try to execute this program and see what is the output. Try to execute this and see what is the output of this. But this is a valid, you will not get any error because these are valid statements. Similarly, this is also a valid statement. So what is the statement? I is equal to 1 over here, and the second statement is I less than equal to 10, and the third statement is we are printing the value. We have written this printf statement instead of incremental statement. We can also write this statement. Similarly, you can also write like this: scanf I less than equal to 10 over here, I plus plus. This is also a valid statements. These are some typical statements. Generally we do not use these type of things in printf in for loop over here, but these things are possible. You can have some interview question like whether this type of for statement is true or not, but generally we do not use this type of things in for loop, but it can be some interview question for you guys. Thanks for watching the video. This is our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/way2itech, and this is my Facebook ID, fb/Aman Kumar 29. Please like, subscribe and share the video. Do comment if you have any doubt. These are our two books, Way to C and C++ Programming and Way to HTML. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get the notification whenever we post a new video. Thanks and have a nice day.